Good morning, everyone. Danny Garola here with Double D's Stampin', coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. Boy, has it been so beautiful down here. We are now going to be getting a couple days of rain, which is, so crazy. We love the rain, which I never in a million years ever thought I would say that I'm wanting rain, just because I'm from Portland, Oregon, and that's all it does in Portland is rains. So it's one of those things where it's like, in a million years, I never thought I would ever say that we want rain. But 2020, not only because of the coronavirus and everything, has kind of spun us for a loop, but here in Arizona, we had a record of over 100-degree days. We also had a record of the least amount of rain. Normally we all, well, not all, but because I'm sure you have some people who don't care for the monsoons, but I love the monsoons. It's like a super hot 115-degree, 118-degree day, and then all of a sudden you get this big dump of rain. It really kind of cools us off. It's nice. So we need rain. And this last year, the monsoons didn't do squat for us. They didn't give us we had no monsoon really. Maybe a couple of days here and there, but just spotty little rains. So today we are going to be using the Darling Donkeys. Oh my Lord, I almost forgot. Okay, so the winner of video number 22 is Joseph Madrid. This is an I Miss You card. So that will go in the mail to you. Okay, the other thing, we are in full swing of our mini catalog and our celebrations, which is this donkey is from... where's it at? Ay. There it is. There's our Darling Donkeys. So you earn this stamp set, when you spend $50. And that's before taxes and shipping and that kind of stuff. So this is a super cute set I wanted to show you here. And along with this DSP, I forgot to show you that. The DSP that we're using is also a $50 freebie. So if you guys were to join my team as either a discount shopper, no judgment, a discount shopper just to join up and just get the 20% discount on all your product, which is the best way to go right now, especially through celebrations. You get a 5-pack of this beautiful, all of our colors. You get a 6x6, 5 packs of this DSP. It is a great time to sign up. And you get those 20% benefits. If you're going to buy stamp stuff, why not get a discount for it? You don't have to have a business. You don't have to do any of that. You simply, just get to earn a discount on your product. So let me know if you are interested in getting, a great deal on product. And like I said, not only do you get that 5 packs of free set during celebration, but you also get $125, and that's shipping is already included. All you do is pay for the tax. $125 of product for $99. So it's a great time. Say you wanted that cut and emboss machine and you just haven't, wanted to spend the money up for it. Put that as your starter kit. Get your cut and emboss. It comes with every plate that you need and you're set. Add a couple of stamp pads to that. Then on your next order, when you do your first demonstrator's order some of the stamps that you want, along with some of either or both your embossing folders and your die cuts. And you already have the machine because you got that with your starter kit. And then, you're set to go. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you so you can, get a great deal for $99. Plus you get that free paper that I was saying. Then when you do your first order, then you can start earning those celebrations items like this Darling Donkeys and that DSP. All right, so our card base, enough chitter chatter. Our card base is in Cherry Cobbler. This is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at our normal score mark for an 11 size. We scored it right in half at 5.5. And then we're going to cut 3 inches off. But when you cut that off, do not get rid of this piece. You are going to need this piece. This is part of your card. So set that aside. With our DSP, you are going to need a 4 by 1 1/4 piece. Okay, so let me just tell you something. I have already made this video once today, and I forgot to set the do not disturb on my phone. All right, you follow me here? I had a stinking spam caller come in when I was already like 3/4 of the way done with this card. Like, no joke. I already had this card done. I had already done all the inking, all the, yeah, life be real. And then a stupid spam caller had to call in and delete the video. Well, it didn't delete it, but I mean, it cut the video off. So here I am again, starting this over again. So let's hope I set the do not disturb this time. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed that nothing happens. I mean, it shouldn't now because of setting that on there. All right, so this little piece here of DSP is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. This piece here is 1 1/4 by 4. But what we're going to do with this piece is flip it over. We're using this side. This is our bumblebee with our So Saffron. We're using the flip side of that. This is going to be the inside of our card base. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, which is a normal card base size. Then we need a 4 by 2 3/4 piece. So we're cutting this at the 2 3/4. Ugh, if I can grab the right thing. By 4. Okay, and I always like to hang on to these little pieces because they're great to put a little sentiment on there. Okay, so there's that. That was 4 by 2 3/4. And this one is 2 1/4 by 4. So 2 1/4 by 4. So see, I have a little case that I just put all these little pieces in. So then when I go to look for a sentiment piece, I already have them cut out. So I'm going to die cut this, or not die cut it. Like I said, we're not doing any die cutting today, which is great. We're only using the little stamp set. So that was another thing that I wanted to mention about this stamp set. You don't have to have one of those big embossing machines or whatnot to use this. There's no punch that comes with this. There's no die cutting, no die cut that comes with this. It's just the stamp set, so it's great to use. So I just use the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. This is optional. You do not have to do that. Ah. My donkeys hit the ground. All right, let's try this again. My goodness. All right, so you know how we had our 11 and we cut 3 inches off, but we have it scored at the 5 1/2 mark. We're going to fold and varnish on that. Okay, so there's our card. Here is our inside of our card. And you know how we cut that 3-inch piece off? That is now our centerpiece layer, just like that. This piece that we just came in with those beautiful embossed flowers is going to sit right there. This little piece of DSP is going to go there. And then the flip side of that DSP with that So Saffron and Bumblebee is going to go right there. Isn't that so cute? I'm not sure what the name of this is, what this card is, the fold is called, but I like it. All right, let's come in with that little donkey that's sitting down. We're going to come in with our black memento because we are using our Stampin' Blends pins, which are alcohol based. So we need to have okay, there's that little donkey. Okay, then we're going to come in with Hee Haw. Make sure that's good and stamped up. Okay, and we're going to put that kind of right up here. Oh, excuse me. So do you see that I have a whole new setup? I got a whole new desk. My mom gave me her hand-me-down desk, which is so much bigger and so much wider. I have my arm now connected to my desk and not back behind on my window on that big, clunky, I mean, it was a wonderful thing that my husband designed to set my camera stand up on, but now it's connected to the desk. It's not shifting all over the place. Besides, we're going to test this out and see how many times I bump this desk and see if that jiggles. Gotta have our coffee. All right, so on the inside of this, let's attach this down since we're here and our stamping looks good. So yeah, I got a whole new grid mat here, which I think just gives you a different look of scenery here. So you don't have to keep looking at the same white one that I had prior. And this has got our beautiful new in colors in it. All right. So there's that. That's going to now attach to that. So let's move that off to the side. Let's do our stamping for our inside of our card. We're going to grab this other donkey. Oh, look, and I have a drawer now on my desk. Kind of cool. The little things in life that excite me. Haha. All right, we're going to stamp him or her right down here. So for some of you that don't know, we have goats. My kids used to show goats in 4-H, and the goats that have retired are now here on our property. And it's kidding season, which means that it's baby dropping time. So we've had a couple of goats give birth out here. One of them is an older, she was my daughter's champion goat. She's a bigger goat. She's a Nubian. And she wound up giving birth to two little kidlings, 2 kids, and they both passed, which I'm assuming it's probably because of her age. And, you know, she's a retired goat. And it was my bad. I should have taken the male out of there when the other ones were, you know, in when the males were in rut, but I didn't. So sad news, she lost a couple of her babies. Her babies passed. But the other day we had one of our little Nigerians, which is a kind of a dwarf goat. It's a little goat, give birth to 2 little babies, and she gave birth to a male and a female. And my 11-year-old, who has Rett syndrome, loves Peppa Pig. So since she had a male and a female, we named them Peppa and George. Ha! So cute. And they are these tiny little things because they're those little dwarf babies. So, you know, that kind of brightened my day. But I sure did feel bad for Mama Goat who lost her babies. And then the next day, another goat give birth to you know, live babies. But nonetheless, you know, I guess it is what it is. And I mean, I feel awful for her, but nothing I can do about it. So these two little, you know, kids that we have now, my daughter, we brought her out there. I put her little boots on her, took her outside. She walked around and I grabbed the little babies and I brought them to her. Oh, the grin on her face. It was so cute to see my daughter just, you know, grin from ear to ear seeing these little babies. So yeah, that's kind of a fun thing when you've got, I know these are donkeys, but you know, they just kind of remind me with these big floppy ears of the goats that we have. So I'm going to take some of this cherry cobbler color and color in this rose here. Then I'm going to come in with some of the granny apple green and color in the stem. So I decided to do the happy birthday, or it's your birthday, on the inside of this card, only for the mere fact that in January, we have quite a few birthdays. Actually, it's my oldest daughter. It's her birthday today. She turns 20 years old. Which I was laying in bed last night and I was thinking, oh my gosh, 20 years ago, which seems like forever, but then again, it seems like it was just, you know, last week, that I was laying in the hospital giving birth to this child of mine. So, you know, it was just kind of surreal laying there thinking, oh my gosh, 20 years ago. And she is now a mother herself, is laying there giving birth to this child, which my granddaughter just turned 2 on the, when was her? The 6th of January. Gee, I almost forgot when her birthday was. So we've got a couple January birthdays, and my husband is January 31st or 30th. 31st. It's the 30th. Can't even, he's going to watch this video and then he's going to be like, you can't even remember my birthday. Da, da, da. Because every year he flips me crap because I can never remember when our wedding anniversary is. Isn't that sad? I mean, I can, but I just like to screw with him. So he thinks that I don't ever remember. All right, so we came in with the dark gray granite. The reason why I use the gray granite is because it kind of has a brown gray tint to it. It's a gray, but it has like an undertone of some browns. And these being animals outside, they run around and they get dirty. So I kind of think it looks more surreal, or not surreal, more real with the gray granite with that brown in there. So I used the dark to just go around all the edges and then took the gray or the light gray to just kind of blend some of those dark lines together. Then I'm going to use the ivory to just come into the inside of the ears. And the snout. All right, what I'm going to do with this color lifter, this is a must-have. If you own any of these pens, or if you're planning on buying some, you need to add this to your list. So what this does is, for me, who is not an artiste and messes up quite a bit when it comes to this coloring, say I go out of the lines. This thing will then come in and push that color back in as you rub it back into your image. Or I can come in here knowing that the light is hitting more of this donkey's face to add some shadowing and contouring. And I can just run this around in here and just remove some of that gray and disperse it sideways. So as that dries, it's going to move that color further away and make it look like the light is hitting more on the center of that donkey's head. All right, so we're going to come in with our dark gray granite again, and we're going to color this donkey also. And I'm just doing the dark all along his ears, but then I'm going to go around and I'm just going to follow the outline. And then the underneath for his legs, I'm going to keep all dark because that's a shadow on that. And then his hooves are going to be all dark. And the back leg back there where it's shadowed. And down here on his rump. And then his tail. All right, now we're going to come in with the light gray granite. And just kind of add a little bit of color on this front leg since it's more in the light. And I'm circling around where I know I've put that darker color so I can just kind of blend that dark line in with my light colored pen so it doesn't leave any lines, if that makes any sense. Because I don't know if you can see it, but there's a dark line for where I took my dark pen. I'm just circling around that and moving that color around. And then what I'm going to do with this light gray is I'm just going to make a little bit of a shadow underneath this donkey from where he is sitting because our donkey's not floating. Just like that. So it looks more, you know, realistic with him sitting on the ground there. Then we're going to come in with our ivory and do the inside of his ears just like we did this guy. And then his snout. I just love the faces of these donkeys. I think they're so stinking cute. And like I said, they remind me of my goats. So as you can see how I told you if you use that color lifter, it disperses the color. So see how much lighter it is now in the inside of where his eyes are in his face. It's just made it look like the sun is kind of, the light is sitting towards that. Oh, excuse me. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing here. Just kind of take that color lifter and just move it around his face or her face, whatever. And just move that color out a little bit. All right. This piece now is going to get stuck to that piece that we cut off. Man, I'm telling you, with having this coronavirus hit our, bodies and stuff, I cannot get over this whole congestion thing and that cough. It has just been lingering forever. And I still don't have taste. I'm starting to get a little bit of my scent back. I can smell certain smells, for some reason. I have essential oils and stuff, and peppermint is one of those ones that I like putting in my diffuser and let going through the house, and it just kind of opens your sinuses up. And I sometimes mix eucalyptus with jasmine at night, so you get kind of those whole euphoria or that whole scent going through your room at night. Well, I can't smell the peppermint. I can't smell the eucalyptus. I can smell a hint of the lavender, but for some reason, I cannot smell anything that's mint. I have a candy cane scent inside of my daughter's room, which is where I'm at right now. I have my desk in her room, And she has a candy cane, this, where's it at? Right here. This candy cane essential oil. So when I put it in her diffuser, even if I take that jar, and you know how essential oils are so potent. Nope. No scent. Can't smell it. So this is going to go right there. What I think I'm going to do is take, if I don't drop it first, I can take this and take that cherry cobbler, but I'm going to use the dark cherry cobbler. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. And I'm going to take this and see, and I should have been thinking and did this before, but I didn't. And I'm just going to take my pen and I'm just going to rub that ink onto this ribbon. This is our, what's this called? Our crinkled seam binding ribbon. I love this ribbon for the mere fact that I can make it whatever color I want it to be, which is awesome because they don't make a ribbon in every one of our colors. So it's kind of cool to have a white ribbon that, ooh, I have things flying at me, that I can now come in and make whatever color I want it to be. And now it matches whatever I need it to match. So what I'm going to do is give that actually a second to dry while I put this away. And then this is going to go, let me adhere these. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that yet. I need to grab out the tape though. Oh, sorry guys. Man. All right, so this is just going to go right along there. So let's give it the length that we need it. I'm going to use that piece. So that's why I made it kind of long. I'm going to tape this piece down. And the reason why I take a full piece and I tape it down versus just tying the piece while I'm doing it is because when you tie something, it's going to leave kind of a, where you put the tie, it's going to leave a white spot there, and I don't want that. So now let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide this underneath here, and then you can see. Because if I was to tie it this way, the ends of the knot are going to go with the seam. I want them to go opposite. I know what I'm trying to say in my brain. It's just not coming out quite right for you guys. All right, there's that. And then you can slide that wherever you want it. So that's another good thing about doing it that way is, say if you want it higher up here, you want it lower, you can slide that now wherever you want it. All right, now we're going to attach that with some dimensionals. So the reason why when I was going to put these dimensionals on this card while I was waiting for that ribbon to dry, I was going to save myself some time and put these on there then. The reason why I didn't do that is because now I have a place to mark where I know I'm going to put those dimensionals over here, because this part is going to be sticking up from that card, which we're going to put it a little bit behind. See, and now I need to cut because I didn't take into accountability that we do not want to see this tape. Okay, so we're going to go like that, get that out of here. And then do the same over here. So don't do what I just did. Don't make that tape so long that you're going to see it from the back side of when you open this up. All right, there we go. That's better. Now, when we take this, we're going to line that ribbon up here So then when you open that, you're not going to see that. So that's the best thing to do is take this thing. Let me show you. Move this thing out of the way. And now when you go to put this on here, make sure it's past where you want it and measure or lined up on your sides. And there we go. Then it just gets put down. And there you go. There is your card. So the reason why I like this being pushed over here is because now when you open this card, you don't see it from the outside. But when you open it, you get that cute little donkey just staring at you, holding the little flower for you. And it says happy birthday. But from the front, you don't see that. So is that not the cutest little card ever? I love this fold. I just like the design of this card. And then with this embossing folder in the back, just makes it just pop over here. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a great week. And I will see you back here on next Monday. Also, don't forget to get your paper pumpkin for this month. It runs through the, what is it? Actually, this one already ended. So you have the new one coming up for January, or for February, which started, I just posted it. The Lots of Love is no longer available because that ended on the 10th. So let me see what the new one is called. Oh, here's another one of those cards that I made. I just messed this one up because I took my happy up too high. But I left this guy white and all I did was did the light around him. But isn't that cute? I like the colors of that one too. And that's that same DSP as that paper here. Let me check and see what the new paper pumpkin is called. But if you did grab the paper pumpkin from, oh my goodness, where am I at? If you did grab the last paper pumpkin for January, so that ran from December 11th through January 10th. Where are we at here? Oh my goodness. Figure it out, Danny. Then we will have that Facebook Live on, what do we have that set as? I think it's the 28th of January, where we will put that box together and I will show you a couple of alternative cards that go with that set. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh no, that's not it either. I think it's called Lots of Love. Where is it? Why am I not seeing it? Oh my goodness. It should be right on here for my... It normally is the first thing that pops up to show me what day. Okay, so I think it's the 28th for that one. But the new one is now available for, I guess it would be called February's. That started on the 11th of January and runs through the 10th of February. And that one is called Bouquet of Hope, which is the new paper pumpkin that is available. That is on my Facebook page. You can go there and see where to purchase that and how to sign up for that subscription. And with paper pumpkin, it's not something you have to stay locked into. You can buy one box. If you don't like it, cancel your subscription. Make sure you cancel it before the 10th of the following month, because I think they charge you on the 11th. So if you're not pleased with it and it's not something you want, which, I mean, me being biased, I'm going to say you're going to love it, because you get a stamp pad and you get stamps in it for, I think it's $21 a month, and that's including your shipping. And then you get to make whatever the project is. So the Sending Hearts is the last one. That was our December 11th through January 10th. That's the one that has, like I said, has already ended on the 10th. That's the one that we will be putting together for the Paper Pumpkin Live on the 28th. So if you have that box, come back on the 28th. Well, come back every Monday and watch our videos. But we will have the live at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to put those together. And then what will be the date of the... It's the last Thursday of the month that I try to do those Facebook Lives to do the Paper Pumpkin Live. So the Bouquet of Hope, you have to make sure you get your order in by February 10th to get that. And that video will be set up for February 25th. So I will have to jump on the ball with that one because I probably won't get, if my order is processed, like normally your billing of every month, they bill you on the 11th because it ended on the 10th. So then they start shipping the boxes out for you on the 11th. So normally I will get mine probably 3 or 4 days after that. So I have to then come up with all these ideas, especially February, since we only have 28 days. On the 25th is when we'll have that video. So I will see you guys on the 28th for our Lots of Love Facebook Live, 6 p.m. All right, you guys, have a great week.